All right, let's just get right into it. For, what, decades now, we've all been handed this financial playbook. You know the one. Go to school, get the job, buy the house, save about 10%, and then, poof, you retire happy. But here's the thing. That playbook, it was written for a totally different world, a different economy. And following it today isn't just a little outdated, it might actually be the very thing that's holding you back.
I mean, does this feel familiar? You have that nagging feeling that you're doing everything you're supposed to. You're paying your bills, you're trying to save, but you feel like you're on a financial treadmill, just running faster and faster to stay in the exact same place. Or worse, maybe you're even slipping backwards. Well, you're not imagining it. Let's look at the actual numbers.
So, for starters, the average household in the U.S. is carrying over $9,000 in credit card debt. And let's be clear, that's not a mortgage, not a student loan. That's high-interest debt on things that are probably long gone, and it's just draining your wealth month after month after month.
And then there's the retirement picture, which is, well, it's pretty scary. The median retirement savings, and remember, median means half of all Americans have less than this, is just $65,000. Now, that might sound like a decent chunk of change, but if you do the math using the standard 4% withdrawal rule, that gives you less than $300 a month in retirement. Think about that, $300. And this number right here, this kind of gets to the root of the whole problem. The average personal savings rate is just 6%. I mean, that's barely enough to handle a surprise car repair, let alone build any kind of real, lasting wealth. And look, these numbers, they're not a sign of a personal failing. They're the result of a broken system and broken advice.
So here's the critical point. When you follow normal money advice, you get these normal and, frankly, pretty alarming results. This is what I call the normal money trap. And to really see how it works, let's look at a story of two people who started from the exact same spot.
So let's meet Nina and Ian. They've got the same salary, they're the same age. Now, Nina did everything she was told to do. She saved a respectable 10%. She bought a house as soon as she could. She even hired a financial advisor who charged a pretty standard 1% fee. And yeah, she drove a nice, reliable new car. Ian, he basically threw that playbook in the trash. He saved like a maniac, 35%. He invested in super low-cost funds and drove a used car that was completely paid off. Now, from the outside, who looks more successful? Probably Nina, right? But what was really happening under the surface?
Okay, let's fast forward to age 55. The difference is absolutely staggering. Nina, she's got a net worth of just under $1 million, which, hey, is not bad at all. But Ian has over $3 million. That is a $2.2 million difference, all on the same salary. That is the true price of the conventional playbook. Those little fees, that car payment, the slightly lower savings rate, over time, they don't just add up. They compound into a life-changing amount of money.
And this really gets us to the heart of the new playbook. Because financial success, it has so little to do with being some kind of investment genius and everything to do with the invisible systems you build to guide your choices.
This quote, man, it just explains everything about our financial culture, doesn't it? We are wired to compete with what we can see. The fancy car, the new kitchen, the vacation pictures on Instagram. But real wealth, the stuff that actually matters, like a huge brokerage balance or having zero debt, that's all invisible. The old playbook ropes you into playing the visibility game, and that's a game that is literally designed to keep you broke.
So what's the solution? You stop trying so hard. You stop relying on willpower, which we all know runs out, and you start using what's called financial systems thinking. It just means you design your money life so the right things happen on autopilot. You set up automatic transfers, you use low-cost accounts, you make saving the default. Your money goes where it's supposed to before you even get a chance to think about spending it. Ian wasn't more disciplined than Nina, he just had a much, much better system.
And here's the really cool part. When you build these systems, it doesn't just change your bank account. It actually starts to rewire your brain. Hitting certain savings milestones fundamentally changes your whole relationship with money. Think about it. When you have $0 saved, you're in pure survival mode. Every single purchase is stressful. But when you cross that first big threshold, let's say $10,000, something clicks. You have options. You have breathing room. Your brain can finally think beyond just the next bill. But the real magic? That happens somewhere around $20,000. That's when compounding really ignites. You can see your money start to make real, noticeable money all by itself. And that's the moment. Money changes from something you just earn to something that actually works for you.
Okay, so we've torn up the old playbook. What do we replace it with? Well, it's not about trying to pick the next hot stock or time the market. It's a simple, logical sequence, an order of operations designed to build a rock-solid financial foundation. Here it is. This is the optimal order to put your money to work. Step 1, you build that safety net, your emergency fund. Step 2, you attack and destroy the cancer of high-interest debt. Step 3 is a no-brainer. You have to get your full 401k match from your employer. That's a free, guaranteed 100% return on your money. Then you max out your tax-advantaged accounts like a Roth IRA and an HSA if you have one. These often have better investment options and lower fees. Only then do you go back and finish maxing out your 401k and finally open a regular taxable account. This order, this is the system.
So look, the most important thing to take away from all of this is that building wealth isn't a game of intelligence. It's a game of architecture. You don't have to be smarter than Wall Street. You just need to build a system for yourself that makes the right choices the easy choices. And that's a game that anyone, and I mean anyone, can win.
So I want to leave you with this one last question. That old playbook with the high-fee advisors, the constant new car loans, the consumer debt, it's an incredibly profitable business model for the banks, for the car dealerships, for the financial firms. The new playbook, the unconventional path, it profits exactly one person, you. So who do you want your system to work for? Them or you?